What is going on, everybody? How you doing? Well, today I want to talk to you about an explosive build. Not any old explosive build, but one that will turn some heads simply because of how this is more than a few steps above the rest. I keep telling people that the Division will always have a level of build diversity higher than most looter shooters for many reasons. One being the new gear and weapons that are consistently introduced each patch, which offers to us new ways to play with different build combinations. And I know the state of the game right now is really bad with it being so dry and old. One thing I can say is that whenever I make a build that's new, it wakes me up a little bit. I appreciate you clicking on the video. And you already know, it's Be Righteous from Identity. And if you enjoy builds from DPS all the way to skill, then this is the place for you. So drop a like and subscribe to my channel. I'd appreciate it. I got a question for you. What do you think is the major key needed for the most effective explosive build? Is it skill damage? Explosive damage? Well, let me just say that the purpose of this build is to almost never be without an explosive skill. So when you look up after using that sticky bomb or seeker, whichever you decide to equip, your cooldown is just resetting. That's the greatest feeling in the world, especially when utilizing a skill build. The overwhelming damage output this provides is too much for the enemy to keep up with. It's great for solo, and especially teams. You know, I very seldom see players in groups using pure explosive builds, so hopefully this will inspire you to. Now let's get into this because I've been eager to show you for a while. As you can see, I'm rocking with that Demolitionist outfit. This is one of 3 that I think look really cool from the apparel event. Now that I think of it, don't they already have specialization specific apparel? I could have sworn I've seen Sharpshooter and Demolitionist. Yeah, I remember now. I actually didn't like how they looked at all. And oh yeah, you weren't even allowed to mix and match the apparel. You were stuck with that one outfit, which was kinda whack. So they decided to upgrade. But hey, we're not here to discuss all that. Y'all wanna see this build, I know. So here it is. Demolitionist, of course, is the specialization, and this also is why it's so good with a team. Just for wearing this, you have damage to targets out of cover that you provide for your squad. Plus, it's the only specialization that will allow you to use the artillery turret, arguably the most powerful explosive skill in the game. Now, with the addition of Brazos came a lot of opportunity for weapon damage to more skill tiers to skill haste. The works. Skill haste being the main focus of this build. Yes, that is the major key when it comes to how to make the most effective explosive build, because you consistently have them readily available. So I have a 2-piece Brazos. This gives me skill haste for the first piece and an extra skill tier for the second. My chest piece is glass cannon, and you must make sure that all of your gear has skill haste rolled on it. That's why it's so powerful. We're talking about values here, baked into the build itself. So some of the explosive damage from Demolitionist comes from the 2-piece Gruppo, which honestly, I'm not happy about its attributes. They're extremely bad rolls for what I'm trying to accomplish here. Nothing that can't be farmed in Countdown though, but this is what I mean. I'm sorry to interrupt, but YouTube notifications are terrible, so I had to take matters into my own hands and let you know what I got going on. I came here from my second channel, Identity Games, and would love it if you could support me there as well. A total different vibe you'll get, and the best thing is that you don't even have to leave this video. Just click this link and subscribe, but make sure that afterwards you come see me over there. Identity Games is a game dev channel where I'm developing my own project, an open world RPG looter shooter. Check it out and let me know what you think of it. Even with the bad rolls, I still maintain those explosive damage values for the 2-piece, and that is the main goal here. Even though skill haste is what I'm spearheading in this build, this with the explosive damage will always be there no matter what the attributes are. So let's tally it up. We've got 10% from demo specialization, 15% from the 2-piece Gruppo, another 15% from China Light. With all of these, you'll be getting 40%. Now that explosive damage has been nerfed a long time ago, they took it away from so many things. There was actually a talent or an attribute that you can roll on your gear where it actually gave you explosive damage values. It was really OP, so they had to nerf it. So with that being gone, you need to figure out how to get the most explosive damage. This is why I'm not using Technician specialization over Demolitionist, because Demolitionist gives me that 10%. And the backpack I'm using with China Light is Tech Support, one that I believe is a sleeper, where after getting a skill kill, it increases your skill damage. Now this can cause chain reactions, where you consistently gain skill damage because it has no cooldown. Every time I get a kill with a skill, this procs, and it's amazing. Oh yeah, and I think I forgot to mention that I'm using, for my second piece of Brazos, the Bakaro's holster. You can either decide to roll skill haste or skill damage. Both of them are really good. I do suggest skill haste. Think about it. You see that I have 𝐻𝐻𝑢 gloves, right? A perfect roll at that. But for the first piece, which is all I need, these gloves offer skill haste. So if I were to roll another skill haste attribute, that's 25% on one piece alone. So the combination of 𝐻𝐻𝑢 and Brazos is 50% total. That's insane. And this is not even including the mods. This opens up massive potential for the types of skills you can utilize, ones that natively have a very high cooldown, like the explosive sticky bomb, for example, or cluster secret mines. Your cooldown can get to almost 10 seconds for most of these. That's definitely a great advantage to have. So the first skill I decided to go with is the explosive sticky bomb, and the other ones vary depending on the situation. You know, I really like the burst of firefly, but when rushers come, you can easily get taken out if you don't have something readily available. So something more direct helps with that, like the artillery turret, for example, or whatever else you like to use, whatever you're comfortable with, as long as it's an explosive skill. I'll tell you what though, the sticky bomb is great. Really, I look forward to firing this off every time the cooldown resets. Now for my primary, I'm using a capacitor, but it gets a little bit difficult when you are using Demolitionist specialization to get to 6 skill tiers without Technician specialization, which offers that extra skill tier. So the card custom is perfect if you're in between 5 and 6 tiers, and if you're already at 6, then it's even better, because then you can make yourself more tanky or hit harder, whatever you desire. But the card custom is really good for this, especially since you're not going to be doing much shooting of your weapon. And even if you do with the card, it'll give you that crazy damage from 𝐸𝐴𝐳, so you can't lose with this setup. I had to bring you this build, and I'm glad I did. It's very powerful, as you can see, and I hope you enjoy it, especially in these times. And let's not pretend that it's an easy time to be a Division 2 player. We've been starving for a while now. All of these other games coming out, and I've been playing them. It honestly feels liberating to branch out into the unknown, but I'll never abandon the Division. Best believe there are some things coming out that I'm excited for, Heartland being at the top of that list. So just be a little bit more patient, and we should be in Utopia again one day. Anyways, you should check out some of the other videos I've uploaded. Gotham Knights, the first Descendant, which looks awesome by the way, and soon to come Modern Warfare 2, all available to view on my channel. But as always, that's it for me, fam. I'll catch you on my next video. And oh yeah, I almost forgot. A new devlog is out over at the Identity Games channel, and I am amped for this episode. So check it out right now, and I'll see you later. Be right out.